What is going on, everyone? Enzo here with another episode of my Chelsea career mode. We are in the table right now looking at where Manchester City is placed because we face them in our second match today. City sitting here in second, 29 points, level with Spurs at the top of the table. Our first game is going to be versus Wolves, who are down in 12th, which is not too bad for newcomers. They are so fun to watch this year. Just an exciting team considering they came from the championship, but we're going to jump right into that game. So we're going to have to do some slight reshuffling of the lineup because we have that game versus City in just a couple of days, and my players are already a little bit beat up from our last encounter with Fulham, so we're going to have to make some changes here real quick. I think let's put in Kovacic is doing really well this season. I would love to sign him on a permanent deal. Let's put him actually in for Jorginho because Jorginho loses pace loses stamina really easily, and we definitely want to have Jorginho in there versus City to control the game. Let's see, who else can we get in here? Let's put Victor Moses in for Azpilicueta. Koulibaly, I think we're going to put in Rudiger for him. On the left, let's put in... The problem is I don't want to risk losing... There's no point in completely reshuffling my lineup to be fresh for City if we play too weak of a team and then lose to Wolves right here. But let's put in... And this is that point I was pretty much good up until this game. I was able to rotate the lineups really well, but it looks like it's at that point of the season where players start to feel the brunt of the season. Asensio looks like we're gonna have to take him out. Wonder if maybe put Fabregas in that advanced role. Is that too much for him? You know what? Let's switch Kovacic and Fabregas. Let Kovacic play in the hole. Morata, let's take him out for Giroud. I'd rather have Morata in there for City. And let's leave Hazard in on the left for now. I might take him out. Let's do one more. Let's take Willian out for Pedro. I'm going to start Hazard, but I may take him out early. I'm going to hopefully get an early goal or two with Hazard in the team, and then rest him up for the City game. Wolves in early. I think that was João Moutinho going with a spectacular effort on his left. Definitely used to seeing a lot of amazing goals from Wolves. If everyone remembers the Ruben Neves goals from last year, just a highlight volley machine. We got Hazard on the left here. Fabregas, Kante's making a run. Kante shoots! Oh, just wide of the net. Kante and Jorginho have each scored a number of goals similar to that this year. One drifted just wide. Fabregas in the midfield leading the break, like the glory days. I guess he never really led the break, but still, there goes Fabregas. Let's see if we can get him a goal. Fabregas on the ball. Fabregas shoots. Oh, I didn't think, who was that, Pedro? I didn't think that was, I wasn't ready. I didn't think that was going to fall to me. I tried to sneak it in near post. I might have had a guy open in the middle. Got Hazard on the wing here. We got a few men forward. Give it back to Hazard. Hazard to Emerson. Continue your run, Hazard. Hazard in some space. Kovacic. Let's give it to Fabregas. Kante. Let's go for the shot again. Oh, and is that Rui Patricio? I believe should be. Yep, Rui Patricio. That is an amazing pickup for Wolves, a championship team. Picking up a player of his quality. Definitely aided by the dilemma at Sporting, but I'm sure they love to have him aboard. Very underrated keeper. Kovacic to Giroud. Giroud, let's get some runners going forward. Fabregas on the wing for Emerson. Maybe a cross into the middle. Kovacic wide open. Heads one into the top corner of the net. I'm not normally a big crossing player. I like intricate play throughout the middle and trying to pick out a top corner with a shot. But when that's not working, sometimes you just have to swing a hopeful ball in the middle and hope it comes off, and it worked out on that occasion. Emerson in an acre of space on the wing just whipped one in, more for Giroud, but Kovacic gets there in the end. We will take it either way. Nice header right across the goalie back into the near post. Just beautiful header right there. That is what we want to see. Terrible giveaway by Wolves right here. Kovacic in some space. Zappacosta on the wing, the fresh man on the pitch. Should have plenty of legs. Going to whip one in for Giroud in the middle. Giroud in the top corner. If all else fails, just start whipping hopeful balls into the center. We have not had any luck at all this game with our intricate play, our sorry ball throughout the middle, so we've had to resort to ulterior tactics. These are big games we want to be winning. When you don't have your A team out there, you don't have your best players fit, you're trying to rest up for another big game. The role players are stepping up beautifully in this game. Sometimes you just have to try something else. If we can be winning games like this, we are going to be just fine. I think this is what's going to get us into the top 4 or maybe even make a run for the title. Our midfield play has not been that great in this game. It's a lot of the reason we haven't been able to make as many plays as with Jorginho not out there. Definitely been missing him big time. I gotta say, I saw a video the other day. People were talking about, I think it was, someone was talking about, is Jorginho overrated? And I was surprised how many people actually think he is, but he's just, in my opinion, he's just one of those players that he doesn't make highlight reel plays or score incredible goals or anything like that, but his ability to control the rhythm of the game with his passing and just being able to orchestrate where teammates go in the midfield and to control the game is just incredible. He's one of those guys that you don't feel like he's doing a whole lot when you're just casually watching, but the second he's not out there, you notice a difference. But anyway, we're going to pick up a 2-0 win there over Wolves. That is exactly what we wanted to do, even if it had to be scrappy. Pick up a 2-0 win on the road. Go back home to City with our team fully rested. We were able to take Hazard off early in the game. So this is a huge clash. Wow, we do have a game in hand, but we're sitting with Spurs and City level on 29, Everton on 28, United and Liverpool on 27 and 25. Very tight top of the table. We cannot be dropping any points at all. Wow, looks like we have the offensive edge, and City looks like they played some really good D this year. Only allowed 11 goals all song. Let's jump into the match. I think that'll be okay. Let's see if we can get in as much of our A team as possible. It looks like our changes in the last game have paid off. It looks like the only one still lagging is David Luiz because he played the full 90. Let's see if we can put some experience in there. Let's get old man Cahill running the team. Come up big see if he can come up big if we need the experience in a game like this. All right, let's jump into the game here. Playing that pressing style where they try to step up real early like that. Terrible giveaway by us right there. Come on, Cahill. Oh, terrible defending. Oh, no! That is just awful defending. Shouldn't have gone out there with Cahill. Don't know who was marking with Aguero in the middle. That's just one of those balls that seems to float up there forever. Just for whatever reason, couldn't get anyone to mark Aguero correctly. See, Mahrez comes down, and maybe he swings one in. I don't know what Rudiger is doing there. Or is that Koulibaly? I'm sorry, I have Koulibaly in. I don't know what Koulibaly is doing there. Koulibaly, Aguero is literally like half your height. What are you doing? I'm sure Pep is very happy with that. We're definitely going to have to be much more focused and play much more calculated than we were in the Wolves game. Because City will definitely finish their chances where Wolves did not. Oh no, De Bruyne open at the top of the box. Just buries another one. We are down 2-0 early. This is not good. We're going to need to make a huge comeback here. It seemed like Kepa should have had some more time to get close to that one. But for whatever reason, see the replay here. De Bruyne with a ton of space at the top of the box. Just turned and fired real quick. Kepa just couldn't get there. See, just right from out from under his feet. Maybe a slight deflection there. Yeah, Kepa couldn't get it in time. We are in a huge hole right here early. Asensio. Over to Azpilicueta. Back into Kante. Back into Asensio. Hazard is open. Hazard open into the far corner. Just goes wide of the net. Well, that didn't work out whatsoever. It looks like we're probably going to take the defeat here. Down 3-0. I think we're going to take Conte off and let him rest up for the next game. Let's try to at least get one goal back here. This is definitely not how I obviously had hoped this game would go, but at least we are playing one of the best teams in the game. City really is a finished team. We're still probably a year away, so it definitely shows us what we should be building towards. Maybe we can get a consolation here with Hazard. Hazard on his right foot, shoots, just can't find the space. I noticed playing City here that I just have way less time and space on the ball and have to make decisions way quicker than other teams we've been playing. See if we can at least get one goal though. No, see I just don't have the same time and space on the ball that I'm used to having. City pressed so high up the field so quickly. It definitely shows us what we should be aiming for though, and shows us. Oh man, that was just. I guess all we can do at this point is laugh, but this is definitely not how we wanted this result to be panning out. But now it does show us a lot of places where we can correct some weaknesses in the team, but that play is just so quick and incisive. Not sure what else our defenders could be doing in that moment to try and get a hold of the game a little bit more. Instead of just the two-man pivot. Maybe we should have gone with maybe a 4-3-3 in this game. Even a 4-5-1. I mean, this is... Okay, this is a good way to start this. Sane just picks it up here. It's like most of the goals they scored, it's just like, what am I supposed to do there? I mean, that's just a... Yeah, it's just sometimes you come up against a team that's filled with world. You know what? We are on ultra attack still. I mean, I kind of lost track of that when it became 3 or 4-0. But I guess sometimes we just play one of those teams that's full of world class players. The good thing is we still are close to the top of the table. Let's go for a long shot here. Yeah, that's about how this game is going. I was thinking at least maybe we could have a consolation with a ridiculous goal, but miles over the net in the end. Just never got Hazard or Asensio the time and space on the ball that they normally have. At least the next game should definitely be easier because we just played the best team I've played in career mode up to this point for sure. I'm just trying to think tactically what else we could have done differently in this game because we still have a lot of good players. I guess City is just such a well-oiled machine, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe the only thing I can think of is maybe we should have overloaded the midfield more to get more hold of the game and control because they press so high and put so many men forward, but then they get back so quickly. It's not even that they get back quickly, it's just their pressing is so good that it's hard to get anything going. I think next time we play City, we're going to overload the midfield is what we're going to try. I think we just never got a hold of the midfield in this game with the 4-2-3-1. I think we go for maybe a 4-5-1 next game and try to spring a goal on a counterattack or something to that effect. I think that may work much better versus their pressing style. When you look at the stats, we really didn't do that badly though. We had 54% of the possession. We had 6 shots on target, but none of them were really huge goal-scoring chances. There's a couple here and there, but big. So we have PAOK, Brighton, Leicester, Watford, and Crystal Palace. So again, I guess they felt bad for us. So they gave us a nice string of games that we really should be winning each of those games. Leicester may be a little bit tough there. Crystal Palace has some good, quick young players, but getting close to the January window where we could definitely we're definitely going to have to make a few changes if we're going to want to close the gap on City. Let's lastly look at the table here. Wow, so that one loss put us all the way back down to 5th. Oh, we're actually down to 5th. City and Spurs, 32 each have a game in hand. We're on 29 points. We should still be in the hunt. Everton's sticking up. When we played Everton, we absolutely crushed them. I think it was 4-0, but they're sticking up there in the top of the table. Did bring in some good signings with Richarlison and Mina in the summer window. I know it seems like Mina hasn't really gotten off the ground yet, even though he was a beast at the World Cup. I actually didn't know about Mina really until the World Cup. I'd seen his name on the Barca team sheet before, but he never played, so I didn't know that much about him. And then I saw him at the World Cup. It's like, this guy is a beast. But then Barcelona kind of sold him as almost like scraps to Everton. I don't even think they sold him for that much. So I don't know. Maybe he just had a really good World Cup. But anyway, guys, hopefully we will do better in the next episode versus PAOK and Brighton. Hope you guys have a good day. I will catch you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern US, 3 p.m. UK. Have an awesome day, guys.